Hey everybody, happy hump day. Y'all come on in and hit the like button. Make sure you go tell a friend. Hey Nicole. Hey y'all come on in. Y'all go tell somebody that we are live. And I do have the non-phone entry level. Some of these are no interview. So y'all make sure y'all go and share. Happy hump day, everybody. Nicole says, hello, two chicks in chat, liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Giovanna. She says, good evening. Hey, Queen Vanita. She says, hey, two chicks in chat family. I'm hoping everyone had a wonderful day, liked and shared in South Carolina as always. Thank you. Hey, Queen Amanda. She says, good evening. Hey, Queen Tammy. She says, hey, ladies in chat. Hey, Trucker Life. She says, hello. Hey, Hustling Helen. She says, hey, Leonica. Hey, Jariah. She says, hello, Sugar. Hey, Annalise. She says, hi, everyone. Hey, Queen Lillian. She says, hey, family and chat. Hey, is it Mocha? Hey, Mocha. Mocha says, happy hump day. Is it Lan? Hey, Lan. Lan says, hello, everyone. Jariah says, hello, chat. Sharing. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Unique One. She says, hi, everyone. I'm guessing it's a female. She says, hi, everyone. Hope all is well. Hey, PJ. PJ says, hello from Virginia. Virginia is in the building. Hello, Two Chicks family, and how are you kings and queens doing on this lovely Wednesday night? And we are late. Tan is coming. Y'all know she on the boat. So she messaged me. She said, I'm coming, girl. I'll be there. I'm like, okay, honey child. I'm late because I was asleep. And I woke up. It was 8 o'clock. I said, oops. Still got to do the live, though. Because we know y'all going to be looking for us. Thank y'all for liking and sharing. Thank you, Queen Lillian. Jaria, you in Virginia, Queen? Hey, Nicole. She says, hi, my family. Hey, Sunshine. She says, hey, everyone. Hey, Tyler. She says, hi, I have been watching you guys for several days now. I am looking for solely remote work, 18 plus years experience in medical and office. You should try some of the medical companies. I'll put them here in a second. Tammy says, hello to everyone. Hey, Queen Tammy. Hey, Autism Mommy. She says, happy Wednesday. Y'all show some love by liking and sharing the video. Thank you. Tyler says, I went to school to be a certified medical assistant, but all the white still did general office management, administrative management. I'm also a certified medical biller and coder. Thank you for sharing, Tyler. So Tyler, I'm going to put some companies here, Queen, but you will have to go and Google them to get their actual link and go to their careers page and see what they are hiring for. But there are a lot of, I saw a medical assistant today, but I don't think you're looking for medical assistant, but I did see one not too long ago, just right before I came on this live. So take a look at these companies here. Hang on. And also check your local hospitals. And it's so many healthcare companies. Oh my goodness. I've been seeing them popping up like popcorn. Humana, that's another one. Hey, Nikki. She says, hello, everyone. Hey, Gabarina. Long time no see. She says, hey. Lance is really good, looking for more non-phone jobs. I started mystery shopping. Okay, so we are going to talk about non-phone on this video. And have you checked out Land any of the other videos? Because I've been dropping non-phone like every day, all day. Hey, the relaxation station. She says, hey, two chicks fam, happy hump day. Hey, Queen, so right. She says, hello, one of two chicks. Laugh out loud. Liked and shared. Thank you. Gabrina says, hey, ladies, I miss everyone. Welcome back, Queen. Hey, Kim. She says, good evening, Carl and chat. I liked and shared. Thank you. Hey, April. April says, hello, fam. Liked and shared. Hey, Leonica. Leonica says, hey, everyone. Hey, Beauty. She says, hey, everyone. I'm going to try to get this one. Ruka girl, she says, hey everyone, shouting out from New York, hoping to get some great info tonight. Need work so badly. So New York, Queen, that is one of those what we call hard to find remote job states. So I always suggest to look at some of the temp agencies, and there are quite a few. I'm going to put them here in the chat, Queen. And also Google temp agencies near me and see what comes up near you. And I'll wait till Tan comes on here so she can pull some companies that hire in New York. But look at these here in the chat. They may have something in your area, Queen. Robert Half, they typically have a lot. So I just dropped some names in the chat. Aruka girl, take a look at those companies. Lillian says, hey, Leonica. The Relaxation Station says, hey, Leonica. Leonica says, hey, everyone. She says, hey, Jariah. And I think Jariah said, hey, Leonica. Unique Beauty, she says, share. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Janice. She says, hello, everyone. Liked and shared. Thank you. Gerard says, girl, I miss you and the boys. Lan says, yes, I signed up for a lot collecting eggs. Okay, Lan. Miss B Wellness says, hello to chicks and everyone. Hey, hey, hey. Amanda, no, I have not seen back office travel. No, I have not seen that one. I have seen like travel agents. I think Carnival has a personal vacation planner. But I have never seen back office travel. I have seen back office, but it had nothing to do with travel. Like some things, like some jobs that people ask about, we just don't see them with working from home. Some stuff, they just are not going to be remote jobs. Some will and some of them will not. But I've never seen that one. Hey, Teresa. She says, hey, two chicks and family. Could be called something else, though, Amanda. Tyler says, I have shared with so many people because everybody has the same complaint about not finding legit work. So I've been sharing it like wildfire. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate the shares, Queen. Hey, Gwendolyn. She says, good evening, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Hey, is it Tasha? Tasha says, love, liked, and sharing right now. Thank you. For remote work, for the medical assistant, yep, I did see one today. Nikki says, good evening, Carol. I am a beginner work from home looking for non-phone customer service or data entry. I have been looking for a job since 2024 with no luck. So, Nikki, have you caught any of the videos this week, last week, week before, Queen? Been dropping a lot of non-phone, and I'm going to drop some today. I would hate for you to miss the ones that have gone up this week because some of them were no experience, like chat jobs, email jobs. Thank you, Unique Beauty. I appreciate the share, Queen. So, right says Leonica, hey, sis. Tyler says, also, if you have any suggestions in regards to companies that provide equipment, I do have a list, Tyler, but I'm not sure if they hire quickly. That I don't know, but I do have a link to 25 companies that provide equipment. And Tan, she just put the companies on the link. So you will have to actually go to their website to see what jobs they have available, Queen. But I will put the link here in the chat. And if anybody else here needs the link to the companies that provide equipment, there are 25 on this list. Now, I do know company number 3. One of our queens was here not too long ago, and she was telling us that this one was looking for 120 people, and we did have quite a few to be hired with company number 3. That is Aspen Dental, where you are scheduling an appointment, scheduling dental appointments. The link is in the chat, Queen. Nicole says, I'm in Arizona looking for a phone job. So, Nicole, if you are new to working from home, I have a link to a list of beginner-friendly companies. So if anybody else here is new to working from home, you're a beginner, you don't know where to start, I just put a link in the chat so you queens can check it out. Nikki says, I'm in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is in the building. Hey, Evie Beauty. She says, hi, everyone from Indiana. Second time on here looking for beginner-friendly remote jobs. 6+ years in customer service in the transportation field. You're going to have to let me think about that one, Queen. Have not seen any transportation like dispatch or something like that. I have not seen it. Aruga Girl says, thanks for the companies to contact. You got the pronunciation exactly. Thank you, Queen. Amanda says, okay, I used to work for ALG Vacations. Was that a work from home, Amanda? A back office agent? Okay. It may be called something else. That's what because I've seen back office, but not for travel. So it may be called something else. Look at, and the thought just left my head, but I'm going to put a company in here. Look at this company here. They do a lot of, sometimes they have a lot of different types of travel agent remote jobs. World Travel Holdings, and look at Carnival. I saw one earlier for Carnival. It was some type of travel agent assistant or something like that. Vacation planner. Bionica says, we are good, Jariah. Hey, friend Teresa. How are you, Queen? She says, hey, sis, and hey, Teresa. Kim says, can someone please shed some light on how Outlier works? I was accepted, but I don't see any projects. They might not have any available, Queen. I'll put the question up here. Teresa says, hey, Leonica. Hey, Angela. She says, hey there. Happy hump day. Happy hump day, Queen. Okay, Nikki. Hey, Leah Love and Laugh. She says, hey. So Amanda, try Leah Love and Laugh. Try a World Travel Holding and Carnival. Those the two that I can think of off the top of my head. It is some more. Just can't think of them. I look at so many jobs on a day-to-day basis. Teresa says, hey, Live, Love, and Laugh. She says, hi, Teresa. Nicole says, yes, please. Evie says, can I apply to any customer service position? Yep, I would, Evie. Maybe look at some of the beginner. Maybe start there to kind of get your feet wet. But if I think of anything in transportation, I will be sure to let you know. Patricia says, hello, wonderful family and two queens. Liked and shared. Thank you, Patricia. Nicole says, thank you. You're welcome, Queen. Dr. J says, hey, two chicks, mods, and Chad. Hey, Dr. J, how are you? Thank you, Leah, Love, and Laugh. Dr. J says, happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday, Queen. Thanks for the like. Amanda says, yes. Tyler says, okay, awesome. Miss Neo says, hello, Queens. I hope all is well. I'm looking for work from home. I was 3 years with State Farm and was just let go Thursday. Oh, no. Sorry to hear that, Queen. So do you want to stay in the insurance field? Or does it matter, Miss Neo? All right, Queen Angela. She says, I have completed 2 shops this evening and 1 apartment shop, $185 tomorrow. All right, girl. Congratulations. Was it with Gig Spot or Ellis, Queen? And if it was Ellis, I'm going to put the link here. So Queen Angela, everybody, she's up here on the screen. This is one of our queens that does a lot of side gigs and side hustles. So, and I'm thinking she's talking about Ellis, the one that is the apartment mystery shop. If you guys are interested, the link is in the chat. Basically, they give you some directions on what to do when you get to the apartment, ask the questions, what questions to ask and all of that. You may have to record, you may not, just depends on the shop, and you can walk out of there with some good money. So take a look at Ellis. This is a side hustle. A lot of queens here have the egg in the basket. Quick way to make money. Now, it is not from home, but if you got to leave the house anyway, you could be bringing in $200, $300, $400, $500 extra a month. Some of our queens make more than that. Queen so right. That queen is hitting, she probably over 2K now, but I know the last live stream, she was at 1900 off of mystery shops. So just something to think about for the new queens here and kings, if we have any kings on here. You're welcome, Amanda. I know I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to say Ann, hi. She says hi to everyone. So Rice says, congrats, Queen Angela. Amanda says, okay, I will. Dr. J says, hey, Patricia. So Amanda, yep. There are some companies that we have talked about that do hire for data entry. I hadn't seen any like recently, but if I do come across them, I do post them, but they do go fast. Because once we post over here, it seems like they take the jobs down quick. But yep, there are some legit data entry companies from home. But like I said, I have to look for some. Lillian says, hey, Teresa. Leah Lemonade says, that's awesome, Angela. Karen, she says, new to your channel, welcome. What is the best thing to do if you need equipment supplied to work from home? What are some jobs? So I have a list of them, Queen, the companies that provide equipment. I'll drop it here in the chat. But just take your time and go through them. I don't know, like, if every single one of them, if they have any remote jobs available, because Tan just dropped the names of the companies on the link. So just take your time, Queen. And if you run into a stumbling block and if you have questions, feel free to come back and ask. Teresa says, hey, Lillian. Okay, Miss Neil. She said, just work from home. It doesn't matter if it's insurance. Okay, well, we post work from home jobs, Queen. I do every day. Seems like every day, all day. So we do have blogs as well where jobs are posted. And Tan, she's on vacation right now, but she usually posts different jobs in the group also on Facebook. Queen T, she says, hey, family. Tarika says, hi, Queen Curl and Two Chicks family. Hey, Tarika, welcome back, Queen. Alexandra says, anyone get in with Meridial or know how the interview is? I'll put it up there, Queen. Lillian says, hey, T. Alana, she says, hello, everyone. Teresa says, hey, T. Angela says, the shops where Gig Spot Audit and apartment is Ellis. Thank you, Queen. Oh, Evie, you got hired. Well, that's good, Queen. Go ahead. So Evie was hired with Intuit TurboTax. Congratulations. T says, I just crawled into bed and I said, let me let me check the channel one more time. I'm here, Queen. I'm sorry I'm late tonight. I fell asleep and I woke up. I said, ooh, it is after 8. I said, oh, they still gonna come though. She says, hi, Lillian. Hey, Chasing the Adventure. She says, hey, Queen. Outside hustle taking photos during the day. Okay, looking for something in the evening, work from home. I have a laptop. Most of my experience is insurance and would love data entry of sorts. So the data entry, I had to go look for them, Queen. Don't have any yet. I may have some coming up the pipeline though. But she side hustling, taking the photos during the day. So in the meantime, Queen, maybe get one of these other beginner friendly type of jobs until the data entry comes up. So Right says, hello, Queens, Teresa and T. Lillian says, hey, So Right. So Right says, hey, sis, Lillian. T says, hello, So Right. Teresa says, hey, So Right. April says, hey, everyone. Alana says, I'm having the hardest time. So what does the resume look like, Alana? Are you sending the same resume every time you apply to a company or a job? Evie says, is that a good company to work for? Working Solutions. Tan used to work for them, Evie. I never worked for Working Solutions. I think it's a good company, though, but I've never worked for them. So anybody here wants to give Queen Evie feedback on Working Solutions, please put it in the chat. She's asking, is it a good company to work for? T says, hi, Teresa. Teresa says, hi, April. Leonica says, hey, T. Alana says, okay, thank you. You're welcome, Queen. Leonica says, hey, Lillian. Crystal says, I missed the side hustle links. I came in at the tail end of the mystery shop. So, Crystal, that was the only one I dropped, Queen. So, if you need me to redrop it, it's in the chat now. So, you didn't miss anything. Leonica says, hey, live, love, and laugh. T says, hey, Leonica. Lillian says, hey, Leonica. Alana says, congrats. T says, is your kids on spring break? My little tiny roommate, she was on spring break last week, T. But I think Tan, her kids are on this week. Lillian says, congrats, Evie. T says, yes, we're here. Because I already know y'all would have been, somebody would have been emailing y'all. Y'all coming on tonight. So I was like, let me go and get up. Unique One says, awesome, and congrats to everyone. Leah Love and Laugh says, hi, Leonica. Lillian says, hey, Leah Love and Laugh. Reach, I don't have it. It's on Intuit's website, I think. Leah Love and Laugh says, hi, Lillian. Alana says, yes, should I not send? Nope, can't send the same one, Queen. Look at Tan's resume videos. Let me put one in the chat. So if you are sending the same resume every single time that you apply for a job, let's think about this for a minute. So if I'm applying for a data entry job, but my resume says customer service, would I send that resume for a data entry job? Nope. I wouldn't do that. And even the customer service, some of them, the keywords will be different. So that is probably more than likely the reason, Queen, that you are not hearing back from the companies. Have you tried any of the beginner-friendly ones? I don't think, well, I ain't gonna say they don't care, but a lot of the beginner-friendly, they not really looking and staring at resumes like that. But look at Tan's resume, and I think she's going to do another one pretty soon. But look at her resume live video. I just put it here in the chat. Hey, Queen Shira. She says, good evening, Carl and everyone. Good evening. Crystal says, okay, just checking things. No problem, Crystal. Sonia says, good evening, like and share. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Alex. He says, what's up, Carl and Tan? Hey, two chicks with the side hustle gang. Teresa, you funny. Teresa said, Worker Solutions, they pay on time. So right says, congrats, Evie Beauty. Leonica, she has a testimony. She says, I have 352 on Payview Point, 1051 on free cash. Okay. Just play 214, survey spin $1.46. Cues 4 cents, cash add clip 1 cent, test play 13 cents, daily cash 3 cents. Poop log, laugh out loud every 3 hour, cash out gain 4 cents, and my health 1 cent. Okay, Leonica. Congratulations. Crystal said, I love that. My tiny roommate. Girl, my little niece. Thank God she don't live with me. Spoil rotten. Hey, Elizabeth. She says, hey, Queen C, I just made it. Welcome back, Queen. So Right says, wow, we don't have spring break till April the 5th. Girl, school out. School be out here. So Right in like May, like the third week, sometimes the second, third week of May, school is out. Tarika says, have you or anyone heard of I View It? Yep. You take the pictures, Queen, and make the money. It's legit. We had a queen here that was making like a couple of thousands off of that company. So yes, ma'am, it's a good one. Good side hustle egg, I would say. There are some others. Let me see if I can find this link that I did a video on seven other, well, probably 6, because I think I View It on here, I want to say. Yep, I got them on here. So if you want to get paid to take pictures, and it could be of anything depending on the company, Easy Side Hustle Queens 2026. I started saying this in January. We will not be broke. So some of you queens, I know a lot of y'all are new here, and so the information it can be overwhelming. So just listen, come back to the video, get your pen, get your paper, listen, jot down the company's names, take a look at the links, do some research. We do live streams all the time. So if you miss anything, you are more than welcome to come back on the next one. But Queen Tarika was asking about the company I View It, where you are taking photos of properties. Could be residential, could be commercial. Good Side Hustle Egg, and I did put a link to a list of them in the chat. So y'all be sure to take a look at those, get the eggs in your basket. The good thing about the side hustles, everybody, you don't have to do interviews. You don't have to send a resume. And believe it or not, we got queens on here that can testify that they make more money off of the side gigs and the side hustles than they would if they were working a regular remote job. Just saying. But we know the side hustles might not be for everybody. Queen T says, oh, okay, my kids are out the week after. Oh, the week after Good Friday. Oh, wow. Yeah, we out of school, honey, come May. Around May the 23rd. Sometimes it's a week before. Leonica says, Scrambly, she has 56 cents. Prize play, 62 cents. Okay, Leonica. Yep, T, I know you meant Good Friday. April says, hey, Teresa. Leonica says, spring break there where she is starts March 23rd. Alana says, right, you're right, laugh out. She says, you're right about that. But yeah, Alana, so it's nothing, Queen. You can just kind of alter it, change it up, add some keywords. You should be good to go with the resume. And if you're unsure, put it in ChatGPT. Put the job, like let's say if it's Alorica, copy and paste the job description, put it in ChatGPT and say, hey, I need my resume to fit with this job description. And it'll put it together for you. So easy peasy. Teresa says, that's when we have spring break too. So, right. Crystal says, thanks for the tip. Let me make a data entry resume. Okay, Queen. Yeah. PJ says, very true. I had to change and update my resume more than once just to suit the job title in question. And ChatGPT is an easy way to do it. Evie, I hope you heard what I said, Queen. And then look at Tan's video. She really does know her stuff when it comes to the resumes. A lot of Queens here has used Tan's tips and tricks on the resumes and was able to land a remote job. Yep, that applicant tracking system. See, when Tan and myself, when we started working from home, there was a recruiter looking at the resumes, but now they have these bots in place, applicant tracking system in place. So if the resume does not hit the keywords that's in the job description, it's just going to bypass you. And then you're going to receive that email that says, oh, thank you so much for your time, but we decided to go with another candidate. So, yeah. It was easy back then to get hired working from home, but now, and like with all the assessments and stuff, they weren't really doing that. If we did have an assessment, it would be 10 questions. But now it's like they making it harder. And I don't even know why, but they are. And I guess maybe they feel like some people are not serious about the job. So maybe that's why. I really don't know. Tammy says, I now scan my resume for the keywords before applying for the job. That's a good idea. Lillian says, congrats, Leonica. Leonica says, thanks, Lillian. April says, quick question for all of the Just Play players. Is there a method to building up cash quicker? That's a good question, April. There is a guy on YouTube. I had a video. I don't have it anymore, but I'm pretty sure it's still up. He was making like 30 a day on Just Play, playing Treasure Master. That's the only game. If I'm playing Just Play, that's the only game I'll play. Crystal says, I need to start doing that as well, Tammy. Hey, Chaotic Cam, I finally figured out your name, Queen. She says, Paid Viewpoint is awesome this year. I already have made $156. All right, Queen. Congrats. Jarika says, do it. I'm saying your name wrong, Queen. Jariah. She says, do it, Leonica. She says, get her done, girl. Hey, Montrez. He says, hey, Kerr, you have to be very careful searching jobs. There are ghost job postings everywhere. Probably so. You may be right about that, Montrez, but how would you know? There is no way to know if it's a ghost job or not. If you go to the company's website and they have it posted, I mean, how I'm gonna know it's a ghost job? I wouldn't. If I don't work for them, I wouldn't know. Taylor says, hi, just found your page. Welcome, Taylor. Earl says, peace, fam. Just got back from doing some product tools. All right, Earl, go ahead. Congrats, Earl. So Earl is one of our kings here, everybody. And Earl, did you get spout in your basket? If you got spout, then you have 20. But if not, then you have 19. So Earl has around 19 side hustles, ladies and gentlemen. He is one of the kings here, and he is doing this company here. It is called Product Tube. So this one, you will be creating short videos, 2 to 3 minutes, no more than 5 minutes. The company may say, hey, go to Publix, go in the toothpaste aisle, and we need you to create a video about the Crest toothpaste. Simple, easy money. Link is in the chat if anybody here is interested. You don't have to do an interview. They're not going to ask you for a resume. And if you don't get this egg, Earl is going to get all of the money. If he can do it, Queens, I'm pretty sure you guys can do it. T says, my kids too, so right the first week in April. Leonica says, most definitely, Jariah. Knit and Crochet says, hey, everyone. Hey, Knit and Crochet. Unique Beauty says, hey, like and share. Which link, Queen? I done dropped several. They in the chat, but I know the chat moving kind of fast. Leah Loving says, congrats, Chaotic. Lillian says, hey, Knit and Crochet. Leonica says, treasure master. The coins add up quicker on there. She says, there will be something that says booster coins. Click on that. I'm going to put it up here. To boost your coins for each cash out, April. She says, reach the goals. Leonica says, hey, Knit and Crochet. Gerard says, do you have to file if you make over a certain amount, Queen? Yes. Because who's going to pay the taxes? The company's not. You are, Queen. So, right, says Leonica, congrats. Teresa says, hey, Knit and Crochet. Solid says, I work with them. It's okay, but they hire a lot of people, and VIP gets first on the schedule. They require you to work at least 15 hours per week, but sometimes you can't even get that. And Solid, I'm guessing that you're talking about Working Solutions. Leonica says, thanks, sis. So right. Thank you, Crystal. Tammy says, yes, Crystal, it helps so much. Nicole, yes. Alana says, okay, thank you. I will be doing that. You're welcome, Queen. Forever faithful. Says, good evening, ladies and gents. Good evening. Leonica says, yes, Nicole. T says, yes, the resume live streams are very helpful. Thank you, T. Hey, my Wilkerson. She says, hey, Carol and Chad, liked and shared. I cashed out $5 on Facebook, Viewpoint, 12 Survey Junkie. I have 16 on Earn Star, 25 on Free Cash, 22 on Inbox, 8 on Prolific, and another focus study for 175 next Saturday. All right, girl. Congrats, Queen. Congratulations. Go ahead. T-Rice says, yes, Nicole. Leonica says, hey, my Wilkerson, and congrats on the earnings. Nicole says, thanks, Leonica. Knit and Crochet, that's okay, Queen. I'm late. I'm late tonight. Leonica says, you welcome, Nicole. My Wilkerson says, hi, Leonica, and thank you. Same to you. Leah Love and Laugh says, congrats, my Wilkerson. April says, thank you. Teresa says, congrats, my Wilkerson. Leonica says, you welcome, and thanks, my Wilkerson. Fort Thornton says, happy Wednesday, Carol and Chad. Happy Wednesday, Queen. So right says, Chaotic Cam, that's awesome. Lillian says, congrats, my Wilkerson. Earl has 19 side hustles, everybody. Leah Love and Laugh said, if it's on the company's website, she says, I'm applying. I mean, because and it might be a ghost job. I'm not saying it's not, but you just don't really have a way of telling if it's a ghost job or not, because if it's on the website, and what if you say, well, this is a ghost job, I'm not going to apply, and then you see somebody on our channel saying, oh, I got the job, you're going to be mad you didn't apply. So I don't know. P. Cross says, hello, everyone. Oh, it's Jerry. Oh, okay, Queen. I'm so sorry. I've been messing it up because I see the A on the end, but that's your last name, I think. My Wilson says, thank you, Teresa, Leah Love and Laugh, and Lillian. T says, facts, Leah Love and Laugh. Earl says he got a $60 product tube task to do tomorrow. All right, Earl. Congrats, King. So again, everybody, get product tube in the basket. You will have to go outside of the house for this one, but I think, and Earl, he'll let me know, I think they might do the product testing from home. Earl, let me know if they do or not. I thought somebody said they got some products from them. P. Cross says, Earl hasn't been with us that long. He came out the gate running. He did. He sure did. CJMB says, hello, ladies. Just in here showing love to your channel again. I just landed and started and am on my third day of working at home with CareNet. All right, Queen. Congratulations. She says, thanks to these ladies. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate that. April says, okay, thank you, Leonica. Knit and Crochet says she did a $30 product tube today. cashed out $560 on Paid Club. All right, Knitting Crochet with the $30. Go ahead. See, y'all, come on. Product Tube, they need you. Hey, Queen Shirley. She says, hello from Memphis, Tennessee. Welcome, Queen. Hey, Queen of Intuition. She says, hi, Carl and Chad. How are you, Queen? Leonica says, you're welcome. Also, make sure to always reach your goal, April. My Wookson says, she has about 30 eggs now. Okay. So she says, I have added Zap. What is Zap, girl? She said, I have 750 found on freebie. I ain't never heard of these. Freebie Mom, I will send info. I'm waiting on Spout to see if I'm approved. That'll make it 31. Now, y'all see the queens and the kings. They letting y'all know how many eggs they have in the basket. Autism Mommy has 60 eggs in her basket. This queen is a mom, a teacher because she homeschools her children, and a business owner with 60 side gigs and side hustles. My Wilkerson, she has 30. Earl has 19. I'm not sure how many Leonica has, but we have a lot of queens in here and kings in here that make good money just by doing side gigs and side hustles. So for those of you that are still applying to the remote jobs, keep going, keep applying, keep sending the resumes, keep filling out the applications. But in the meantime, still got to pay Mr. Bill. So get you a separate email and start signing up to these companies. Do some research on the companies. Ask questions. We do live streams all the time. So if you forget to ask something in this one, catch me and Tan on the next one. Well, it'll probably be me because Tan is on vacation. So catch me on the next one. And I do have a list of side hustles. I'm going to drop them here in the chat. A lot of the queens and kings are doing a lot of these on this list. Leonica says, congrats, Knit and Crochet. So Right says, woohoo, congrats, my Wilkerson. Knit and Crochet says, hey, Leonica. Hey, Shasta. She says, happy hump day, everyone. How's my two favorite aunties? Liked and shared. She says, congrats to all the wins. We are great, Queen. And how are you? Tan on vacation still. So she fine. Drea says, hello, everyone. Hey, Drea. Teresa says, hey, Fallon. She says, hi to everybody. Teresa says, hey, Fallon. My Wilkerson says, hey, so right. Thank you. I'm going to start mystery shops next. Okay, my Wilkerson, go ahead, girl. Hey, Queen Mo Better. Long time no see. Welcome back. She says, hello, Carl. Hey, Tanya. Tanya says, congrats. Fallon says, congrats. Tanya says ATH Power is good. Sounds like I done heard of that one, Tanya. Is that mystery shop? I can't remember. Or is it surveys? Fort Thorne says liked and shared. Congrats, Leonica, my Wilkerson, and Earl. Lillian says, congrats, Earl. Fallon says, hi, Teresa. So Rice says, that's great. I know you make that money, my Wilkerson. Knitting Crochet says, congrats. Little Miss Lady says, been way too long, but thought I'd try to catch y'all. Okay, welcome back, Queen. She says, hey, Carl. How are you? Fallon says, hi, Carl. Where's Tan? Girl, on that boat. Still on the boat. Oh, you did some at home. The Product Tube, they sent me some chips. Okay, so Product Tube, Earl did confirm that sometimes they will send you guys the products to test from home. Easy money. Do not leave the easy money on the table, everybody. And if you want to test products, I do have some more sites that you guys can sign up to. They will send you guys some good free. We like free, good free products, not the little samples, not the little small little bitty samples. You will get the real products that they sell in the stores. So take a look at number 7, 10, 11, and 41. Well, no, not number 7. I think they got a cap on that one. So the company have to let us know when they open Pine Cone back up. But 10, 11, and 41. So 10, 11, and 41. If you want to get paid to test free products, they are not going to ask for your bank account. If they do, if you run into that, then that is a scam. But these companies here will not ask for that information. Link is in the chat. Y'all be sure to sign up, get the eggs in the basket, and they will pay you for your opinion. My Wilkerson says, thank you for Thornies. And she says, congrats, King Earl. Forever Faithful says, Autism Mommy is my hero. Ah, that's so sweet. Autism Mommy. She's shouting you out. Tanya says, yes. Thank you, little Miss Lady, for the hearts. Tanya says, mystery shots for the banks, high paying. Thank you, Queen. Jerry says, first time catching a live. I have been doing I view it for the last 2 weeks, and I have made $237 so far and have 4 views tomorrow. Thank you for all the information you share. All right, Jerry. Congrats on the 237 on I View It. So the queen that was asking about I View It, Queen Jerry here is making money from that side hustle. So again, I View It is the one where you will go and take pictures of properties. Could be residential, could be commercial properties. And I do have a list of companies where you can get paid to take pictures or make videos. So side hustle money. Link is in the chat if you want to make money taking pictures. I knew that was you, Queen. I don't know. A while ago, YouTube was changing people's names, so I don't know. I have no idea. They got you as Little Miss Lady. JM. Fallon says, I want to test some products. All right, Fallon. Take a look at the link, Queen, in the chat. Hey, Superstar T. She says, good evening, kings and queens. Good evening. Welcome back. So Right says, forever faithful. I know, right? Hey, Radiant Raquel. She says, hi, Carol in chat, liked and shared. Welcome back, Queen. Hey, Shantae. She said, do any work from home jobs except people with felonies? Yep, they do. Shantae, the ones that I can think of, Queen, I'm going to drop them here in the chat. Just go Google them to get the link and then go to their careers page to see if they have anything available. A Deco, this one is a temp service, Queen. They typically have a lot of remote jobs. So look at a Deco also. Tarika says, thank you, Queen Carl and Jerry. Little Miss Lady. Shantae says, thanks so much and God bless. Now, if we have anybody else, and I know we got some more people on here, y'all just so eager to give us the testimony. Y'all come on and put it in the chat. Drop it. We are nosy and we want to know, what type of money did you guys make within the last few days? I know somebody gonna put it here in the chat. So again, if you are looking for equipment provided companies, I just dropped a link in the chat. Take a look at that list right there. If you want to, let me see what this is. If you want to get paid to be on a jury, I have a list of companies and I'm going to put it here in the chat. This is just another side hustle. Everybody, Tan and myself, we have done these also. If you want to make money reading books, online book club, that's another side hustle. It is the first one on this link. And I forgot to do our little intro. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me try to do it like Tan do it. I forgot what she say, y'all. Welcome to the live stream. I am Carl. Tan is my business partner. Together, we are two chicks with the side hustle. And on this channel, we do a lot. We talk about work from home jobs, part-time, full-time, non-phone, phone, all types of side gigs and side hustles that you guys can do from home. And sometimes the side hustles may be outside of the home, like the mystery shops. If you guys have any questions, don't laugh, T. Be sure to put them here in the chat. I can't remember what she be saying. Put them here in the chat. Tan is on the boat. She is on vacation. So that is why you guys don't see her on here. She just messaged me and said that she may not be coming on. If she does, she may just pop on for a few minutes. But knowing Tan, she probably won't come on here. But she's on the boat. She's on vacation. She probably will be back Sunday, but I can't really say. I don't know. But if you have any questions, y'all be sure to put them here in the chat. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back to the live stream. If you have questions, if you just want to know where to start, what jobs, what companies are hiring, let me know that in the chat as well. If you're looking for side gigs and side hustles, also let me know that. We do have a great community, awesome community of kings and queens here that don't mind helping, sharing, and just giving their tips, their information, their knowledge, their resources on things that they are doing and how they are making money from home or outside of the home with the side gigs and side hustles. Sheila says, Carol, could you say which companies? Yep, I got a link, Queen. It's several on here. It's 7 on this list. And I just put it in the chat. So let me know if you see it or not. Y'all funny. Nyla said work from home jobs in Canada. So I got a few Nyla that are on the list tonight for Canada. Radiant Raquel. All right, girl. She said she got some money. 76 on Prolific. 3 on Slice the Pie and 19 on Responding. Okay. Congratulations. Leah Leveland says, enjoy, Tan. Oh, she's enjoying, honey. You already know Leah Leveland. She is enjoying. So the queen here, she is doing Prolific. And a lot of our queens are doing or have done Prolific. Prolific is a survey site, but it is not your typical survey site. So this one, when you sign up and complete your profile, they will start to send you surveys that you will qualify for. There is a wait list. So get on the wait list, everybody. We've had queens paying light bills off of Prolific, insurance bills, phone bills off of this site. And if you guys leave this egg and this money on the table, you can best to believe we got several people here that they're going to pick the money up. So this is an easy one. This is a good one. They're not going to call you for an interview. You don't have to have a resume. It is time for you guys to come from behind Tan's bookcase and fill the basket up. So get you a separate email and start signing up to these companies. Do a little research on the companies and then go and sign up. If you have questions, again, we do live streams quite often. Shira, hang on, Queen. I gotta go get the link. So look at this list, Queen, 10, 11, and 41. Product report card, product review jobs, and Sago. 10, 11, 41. Pinecone, they have reached their cap for the month. The company, they have to let us know when they open it back up, but they closed it for now. They'll send us an email, and when they do, we'll let you guys know. Leah Loveland says, congrats, Radiant. Hey, Queen Beatrice. She says, hi, guys, girls in chat. Liked and shared. Thanks for the eggs. You're welcome, Queen, and thank you for sharing. Queen T says, okay, Radiant. Nyla, you welcome. Shira says that's okay. Found it. Okay. Fallon, these here that I will be talking about, pretty much you can work them overnight. Radiant Raquel, she says, thank. You laughing. Yeah, no, I don't really do the intro. Tan, that's her thing. Fallon says, congratulations. Drea says, Carl, you featured a company. Was it the Tabio? I think when you joined, they had Canada. Was it the Tabio, Queen? Queen Shirley says, new to your site, how does this work? So this is a live stream, Queen. And what we do over here on our channel, we talk about legit jobs, work from home jobs, all types of remote jobs. Anything from data entry all the way to engineering remote jobs. So are you a beginner, Shirley? Shara said, yes, I found out about Pinecone after I signed out. Okay. T says, hello, Carl. Thank you for this information. Can you give me some companies that are 1099? So video tonight, Queen, non-phone. Most of them are 1099. A few are employee. But on this live stream tonight. And if you have missed any of the videos, T, that I dropped this week, because I've been dropping a lot of non-phone, y'all. So if y'all have missed any of the non-phone, I think I've been dropping them for like the last 3 weeks. So if you've missed any of the non-phone videos that went up on the channel this week, go back, check them out. You might have missed some good ones, because I did drop a email one last night. You did need experience. Don't know if it's still up or not. And I dropped a chat one the night before. You did not need experience. So again, if you are looking for non-phone jobs and you have not caught any of the videos this week, make sure y'all guys go back and check them out. Yeah, it was the Tavio, Drea. Canada. Let me see something. Now, I know I got some on the live stream today for Canada. Non-phone, though. And I think Tan, I think she was supposed to, I don't think she has done it yet, but I think she was supposed to put a list of jobs together for people that live in Canada, but I don't think since she's on vacation, I'm pretty sure she has not been able to do it. But I'll make sure I make a mental note and have her to do that, because we do have a lot of queens here from Canada now. Fallon says, thank you. I need more night shift while the kids are sleeping. I got some, Fallon, but I got to make a video about them, Queen. I have some others, but these are, I want to say, medical field. That's what I want to say. They are overnight, but they are for people in the medical field. Now, the ones on this video, I want to say I got 20. But out of the 20, maybe 15, somewhere between 12 and 15, you can work whenever you want to. Hey, Meeks Adorable. How are you, Queen? She says, hi, Carl in chat. Yep. So I got some more overnight, Queen. But again, I want to say, I think it's like 5 overnight. But I think 3 of them are for people that are in the medical field. Like RN or something like that, LPN. I just haven't done the video. I was trying to wait until some more overnight popped up, but sometimes that overnight can be hard to find also, unless it's like a 1099 non-phone like these here, where you can just pretty much work whenever. Any more testimonies? I know we got some more testimonies. I know some of y'all are so eager to tell us what you have been doing the last few days. Y'all come on, drop the information here so we can celebrate you. And if you missed the video that went up today, the company Suitability, they are looking for 500 agents. They do have a healthcare customer service job. I don't think that they're doing interviews. They do provide equipment. So if you need something quick, take a look at the video that I put up earlier today. I also had a couple of jobs from LabCorp, and one was from BHG, I think Financial, where you are just basically listening to phone calls. So it's like a get paid to listen type of job, quality assurance specialist. So if that is your cup of tea, make sure you guys go back and check out the video. If you are not subscribed to the 2.0 channel, make sure you guys hop on over there and subscribe, because I dropped a side hustle type of job today over there. And let me see, what did I put over here yesterday? I put a non-phone part-time yesterday, paying $35 an hour. I also had an overnight answering service a couple of days ago. This one, entry level, AAA. They had a scheduling appointment one. I also had one where you are entering rewards data. It's a non-phone. That one is paying $1,200 a week. I also have some mom-friendly remote jobs over here on the 2.0 channel. So if you are, again, if you are not subscribed to our second channel, some of y'all may not have known that we have a second YouTube channel. But if you are not subscribed, I just put the link in the chat. Hop on over here and take a look at these jobs. Y'all may be missing something. Meek says, hi, Queen. I'm tuned in, but on the job, things have been slow. So when I get days like these, I grab them. Hey, I understand, Queen. I do. Alana says, I'm so happy I found y'all's channel. Well, thank you, Alana. Hey, Cam. She says, hi, Curl and fam. Liked and shared. Thanks for holding up the fort. Thank you, Queen. Meek says, should be getting another check from this week. This one should be 500 plus. The other one was 130 plus. All right, Meek. Congrats, Queen. Now, is that from, because I can't keep up with y'all sometimes, Fancy Hands, Queen, or is that the other company? Hey, Ashton, how are you? Ashton says, hey, all. Hey, Lady Empress. She says, hey, Carl, and happy Wednesday, everyone in the chat. Priscilla, I put the link in the chat, Queen. So you would just go over there and click the subscribe button. Hey, Tina. She says, good evening, Curl. And Two Chicks fam. I hope everyone has been well. We are great, Queen. How are you tonight? Jerry says, look at that. Got excited and couldn't spell. Oh, so you need the medical field, Jerry? The overnight? I'm going to try to do the video on it. Tammy says, congrats, Meeks. Priscilla says, okay, thanks. No problem, Aston. He says, thank you for the link. You're welcome. Jerry says, just subscribe. Lady Empress said the work from home leave for LabCorp is no longer available. Is it the accounts receivable, Lady Empress? I think that one closed today. Tina says, I am well. Happy to catch you live. Welcome back, Tina. Lillian says, congrats, Meeks. Meeks says, thank you, Tammy. Leah Loveland says, that's awesome, Meeks. Lillian says, hey, Lady Empress. Tina says, congrats, Meeks. Meeks says, thanks, Lillian. Aston says, y'all have helped me so much. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know that, Aston. It means a lot. Meeks says, thank you, Tina. Autism Mommy says, congrats, Meeks. Hey, Shanna. Shanna says, good evening, Carl in chat. Good evening. Hey, Racine. Racine says, hello and new here. Welcome, Queen. Yeah, that one, Lady Empress, they said it was gonna close today, and it's already closed. They jobs do go fast though. I ain't gonna say they go fast. I think that they have like a limit. And I don't know why they do that, because maybe they don't want to be bogged down with a whole bunch of resumes and applications, but they do put on their job posting that they'll stop the app or it'll close on a certain date, which I guess is a good thing, you know. I guess it's, in a sense, it's a good thing. Meek says, thank you, Autism Mummy. Queen T says, congrats, Meeks. Hey, is it Dimitri? Hey, Dimitri. Dimitri says, hello. Oh, RWS. Okay, Meeks. Go ahead, Queen. Queen Tina says, you are more than welcome, Meeks. Lady Empress says, hi, Lillian. Meek says, thank you, Queen T. Earl says he on prolific. I'm telling y'all leave the money on the table. King Earl is going to get all of the money. So again, prolific, number 15 on the list. Do not sleep on this easy money. And yes, it's a survey site, but again, it is not your typical survey site. We have seen surveys that pay $50 from this site. Sometimes it may pay 20, it may pay 25, it may be 5, it may be 15, it may be 8, it may be 3. But this again is a good side hustle egg that has paid bills for some of the kings and queens here. Queen So Right says, congrats. Meeks adorable. Meeks says, thank you, Leah Love and Laugh. Ashton says, I have to get to family, but y'all been a blessing. Thank you. Meeks says, thanks, So Right. Ashton says, U-Haul is good too. I got hired with U-Haul, Ashton, long time ago. Like when they first started doing remote from home, I actually was hired with them, but I never did the training. I want to say I got another job and I just really kind of like forgot all about them. Dimitri says, I tried the surveys, but I can't get it to work. Which company, Dimitri? Was it Prolific? Tina says, cashed out on Misplay for $50 this evening. All right, girl, go ahead, Tina. Congrats. Okay, Fallon, they hiring again. Okay. Oh, okay. So Demetria, try Prolific. I would say try Prolific if you have not done so. Again, Prolific, it is a survey site, but it is not your typical survey site. There is a wait list for Prolific. This is how they hire, and everybody has to go through it. But hey, get on the wait list. You never know. You might get on tonight. You might get off tonight. We've seen it happen. Lady Empress says, oh yeah, I get it about LabCorp. I wanted to put the information out there just in case someone go look it up. Also, the one you posted last night, just an email. Oh, there, I'm Lady Empress. I already knew that one was gonna go. I said run. I said run because I already knew once that one got enough applications, it was a wrap. Tina says, thank you. You're welcome, Queen. I'm gonna say Mika. Mika says, I tried to sign up for Prolific and I had to close my account because they couldn't verify my identity. So, Queen, in that case, you could have just reached out to them. Autism Mama says, I have a project. All right, girl, coming up with measurement. That's another good one, everybody. Congratulations, Autism Mommy. So, Measurement Inc. Autism Mommy, was that number 60? Because you got so many. Was that number 60 for you, Queen? Or 61? Because who knows when it comes to Autism Mommy? She has so many side gigs and side hustles. I told y'all, sometimes I cannot keep up with the queens. And Earl. I can't keep up with Earl either sometimes. He on 19, but we'll look up Earl to be on 25. Be like, when did you get 6 more eggs? You just never know. So this is a good one, the one that Autism Mummy is talking about, everybody. If you have a bachelor's degree, this is a good non-phone one. You are basically scoring test papers. So it could be essays, it could be assessments for grades 3 to 11. 3 third grades all the way to the 11th grade. They are state specific. They are not doing interviews, and they are hiring fast. I would say maybe 24 to 48 hours possibility you will hear back from this company. But again, you do have to have a bachelor's degree. And I just put it in the chat, non-phone, everybody, non-phone. So if you are looking for a non-phone work when you want company and you have a degree, does not matter what the degree is in, look at Measurement Inc. Lady Empress says, yes, run. So when you see the run, Lady Empress, you already know it ain't gonna last long. Fallon says, congrats, and congrats, Autism Mummy. Queen Lillian, she says, congrats, Autism Mummy. Tarika says, congrats, Autism Mummy. Forthorn, she says, congratulations on all the wins. Anybody else got any testimonies? You could have made $1. We want to know. We nosy. Tina says, congrats, Autism Mummy. Autism Mummy says, thanks to everybody. Racine has to be a bachelor's degree for them. Shanna says, congrats to all. Yeah, for that one, Racine, unfortunately, they want a bachelor's degree. We do have some other scoring companies. Let me see. I do have another list of scoring companies, Queen, if you want to take a look at it. There might be some on this one where you can have an associate's degree, but I don't know. But I'll put it here in the chat, Queen, if you just want to look and see. Demi says, I need a beginner-friendly work from home. Okay, I got a link for you, Dimitri. So here you go, beginner-friendly. So we have anybody else in here that does not know where to start and you are a beginner, I do have a list of beginner-friendly jobs, companies. You're welcome, Racine. No problem, Queen. Anybody else got any good news? I know y'all got some good news. Somebody. If you are interested in doing mystery shop, Ella's is a good one. This is the apartment mystery shop company where basically you go to an apartment complex pretending to be a renter. And believe it or not, we all have done mystery shop. You probably did mystery shop today, but you just did not get paid for it. If you went to McDonald's and you bought them chicken nuggets, that Happy Meal for those kids, that was a mystery shop. You just didn't know it and you didn't get paid for it. If you went to the nail shop today, you went and got your nails done, that was a mystery shop. If you are looking for a new apartment to move into, that was a mystery shop. You just didn't know it. You didn't get paid for it. If you went to a restaurant and you sat down and you ate dinner, that was a mystery shop. You just did not know that you could get paid for going into places and doing simple things and making money from doing so. If you went to the gas station today, that was a mystery shop, believe it or not. That was a mystery shop. But again, you just didn't know it. If you went to the bank and you asked questions about a savings account, a checking account, if you called the bank over the phone and you asked questions about a checking or savings account or anything pertaining to the banking industry, that was a mystery shop. You just didn't know it. You just didn't know that you was doing a mystery shop for free. But if you are interested in doing mystery shops, I do have a lot of different companies that you guys can check out. We've had several queens here that do mystery shops, and they make, if I can say this, damn good money. Yes, Queen so right. The queen made over $3,000 in the month of February. When we were here Sunday, the queen was already at $1,900 just off of mystery shop companies. So again, if you are interested in doing mystery shops, she got a testimony. I'm about to put it up here. If you're interested in doing mystery shops, you're doing them anyway for free. You might as well get paid to do them. So take a look at these companies that I am getting ready to drop in the chat. Market Force. This one you will be eating at different fast food places. They also have like bank shops and things like that as well. A friend of mine, she does this one on a good month. She can get over $1,000. Some months she's made like $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 just by going to fast food places, McDonald's, Wendy's, churches, Zaxby's, those types of fast food, Sonic, on a good month. Now, if it's if she just really don't need no money, or she just don't feel like it, she may bring in 6 to 7 on a slow month. But Market Force, again, this is a good one, everybody. Get the egg in the basket. Ellis, that is the apartment mystery shop. Gig Spot, this is the one you can do from home. They have the telephone mystery shops. They also have the web shops. The telephone shops, they'll tell you who to call, what to ask for, what to ask about, and you would just do that. The web shops, they may say go to walmart.com. You're going to different websites. Go and look for this product. Go put the product in the cart, act like you are going to check out, but you are not checking out, and then they'll have some questions for you to answer. Gig Spot, they also have the audit shops. The audit shops are super duper easy. You will go into a Burlington, or they may say go into a Ross, the retail stores. Go over and count the shirts at the window. Count to 100. Count to 100. You can do this. Queen Angela was just here earlier. She had to do some audit shops. We've had other queens to make money doing the audit shops. You do not go into the store and ask for the manager, the supervisor, the sales associate. You go in there undercover, pretending to be a shopper. You go over to the rounder, or whatever it is they want you to count. You simply count, and that's it. That's all. That's the shop. And then you walk on out the door, and you may have to go do another one. That may be a quick $20, $30 just to go in the store and count. So if you have to go to the store anyway, we'll go and make some money. So I'm going to put Gig Spot here in the chat as well. So right, again, the Queen Sunday from doing mystery shop, she was already at $1,900. So she does have a testimony. Thank you, so right. I knew you was going to come through, Queen. So I got to scroll back up, everybody. So y'all hang on. I'm going to put so right up here in a second. The chat started jumping since I've been talking. Are you welcome, Racine? Demetri, I did put the beginner-friendly link in the chat. If you missed it, let me know. Leonica says, congrats, Autism Mommy. She says, hey to Tina. Lola, so I did drop the link in the chat, Queen. If you missed it, let me know. Leonica says, hey, Lady Empress. She says, congrats, Tina. Leonica says, hey, sis Meeks. And Tina says, hey, Leonica. Tina says, thank you, girly Leonica. April has a testimony. She says, I cashed out 15 on Just Play, 18 on Prolific. Still waiting on my money from Tellers. All right. Go ahead, April. Congrats, Queen. Dimitri says, I need no experience. So the beginner friendly, Dimitri, you don't have to have experience. Meek says, hey sis, and how are you, Queen Leonica? Forever Faithful says, are there any scoring companies for the state of Maryland? I went to an apartment today, missed that mystery shop. I should have checked with Ellis first. I don't know, Forever Faithful. I put the link in there, Queen. I don't know like what states off the top of my head they hire in, but if you want to check it out, I'll repost it. I'll put it here now. Lady Empress says, Leonica, hey, hope all is well with you and the little ones. So this is Queen So Right, everybody. So she says the past 2 days, mystery shops, $335, including one apartment shop that was $130. So in 2 days, this queen has made $335 just off of mystery shops. Did she have to do an interview? No. Did she have to send a resume? No. Can she work these whenever she wants to? Yes. Some of y'all still thinking that the side gigs and the side hustles, they don't make money from doing them, because you've probably seen on other channels, they don't talk about survey sites, or they don't talk about mystery shop sites, and they don't talk about, get paid to take pictures from your cell phone. Okay. Well, our queens and kings over here, they make money off of the information that we provide in these live stream videos and on the recorded videos as well. So congratulations again, Queen So Right. And this is so right, everybody. In the month of February, the queen made over $3,000 off of mystery shops. Autism Mom, she says, hey Leonica, how are you tonight? Earl says, we're prolific. I got Zoom this weekend paying $45. All right, Earl. So Earl said, we're prolific, everybody. Y'all still sleep on prolific. Y'all need to come from, see, Tan ain't here, so I can't do the bookcase. Y'all got to do the wall. Y'all got to come from behind this wall back here and get prolific in the basket. Yep, it's a survey site, but guess what? You ain't heard it's paying money. That's all we care about is the what? The dead presidents. That's what we want. So again, do not leave this good, easy money on the table. Number 15, get the egg in the basket. Get you a separate email for the side gigs and the side hustles. And while you are at it, take a look at number 16, Cloud Research. They are just like Prolific. They have a wait list also. We got queens that make money from this one as well. And if you only have one egg is not enough. Because if the egg go down, what you got? You got nothing. So it's best. Earl says it best. A dozen eggs to go in the basket, everybody. Do some research on the companies. If you have questions, ask. So Rice says, congrats, Autism Mommy. I need to try that one. New Beauty says, not a fan of the food ones. Haven't seen any good paying ones in my area, North Carolina. Which companies are you with, New Beauty? Leonica says, you're welcome, Tina. And Queen Cynthia, she's not on here, but Queen Cynthia, she has, I want to say 150 mystery shop sites in her basket. So if you only have 1 or 2 mystery shop sites and you are not making, I guess, maybe what you want to make, it's time for you to level up, Queen. You got to get some more in the basket. And they, of course, the shops will vary from state to state, city to city. Everybody won't have the same thing. But I would just say maybe sign up to at least maybe 10 to 12 companies and just see what you can get. Bestmark is a good one. Let me see. I have a list of some more mystery shops. Now, the telephone shops with Gig Spot, you don't have to live in the same place that the shops are located in, because again, it's a telephone mystery shop. So you're just basically calling wherever, whomever that they want you guys to call. Okay, are you funny? Earl said he got 20 eggs, everybody. He said, oh, I do have 20 eggs. Market Force sent him a welcome email. All right, Earl. Congrats on egg number 20. Leonica says, you welcome, Tina. She says, congrats, April. She says, I'm doing good, doing hair. So in and out the chat, Autism Mommy. And she says, I'm doing good, Meeks. And she says, we are doing good, Lady Empress. How are you? Aiden says, I have a shop Friday for Market Force, 15 for the fee plus 11.50. All right, Aiden. Congrats. Go ahead, Aiden. Nicole said, which one can you just do the website mystery shops? I'm confused, Nicole. Rephrase the question, Queen. Lady Empress says, that's good. I'm great. Can't complain. Thanks for asking. So Rice says, congrats, April. Tina says, congrats. Demi, I'm thinking you saying you missed the beginner friendly. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to repost it here in the chat. So check now. Dimitri. I don't know why I keep saying Demi. Dimitri. So Rice says, thank you. For El Favor said, thank you so much, Kurt. I am going to let my college student do those fast food shop. They look to eat. Okay. So Fallon, did you see the link, Queen? T says, congrats, so right. So right says, congrats, King Earl. Tarika says, congrats, so right. Cam says, I'm just wondering, for those 110 bonuses on top of the 40 apartment shops near the end of the month, I reached my limit on one client, so I have to wait. You waiting. Okay, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So at the end of the month, Cam is saying that Ellis will increase the bonus money because the schedulers, they are hustlers and they have to get those shops off the books. They have to close out for the month end. So when it starts getting close to the end of the month, and let's just say if they're paying like $45 for the shop and the bonus is 60, they will increase that 60. They may take it up to 100. We have seen some people cash out. The bonus was $100 plus. My cousin, she showed me some on her dashboard. Hers was $125 for the bonus. The shop itself, I think it was like $35, but the bonus was $125. So don't sleep on Ellis, everybody. Get the egg in the basket. Now, again, depending on where you live, everybody won't have the same thing. Some people get the phone shops for Ellis. They do have telephone, but everybody won't get the phone shops. Earl is letting y'all know. He said Prolific is paying bills. They still sleep, Earl. Earl gonna get the money. So if y'all leave it on the table, he is most definitely going to get the money. He said he's paying bills. Thank you, Earl. So Rice says, Queen T, she says, thank you. Angela says, and another highlight, while you're on vacation, you can pick up a few shops. Congrats on all the wins. Thank you, Angela. Angela is right, because we did have a queen to do Market Force, and she made $250 while on vacation in a whole nother city. So if you are vacationing outside of your city and you're going somewhere else, check with the schedulers or go on the dashboard, change the zip code to see if they have shops in the area. You can also notify the schedulers, hey girl, I'm going to go to Dallas, Texas. What do you guys have in Dallas, Texas that I can do? So thank you, Queen Angela, for the reminder. Again, easy money, everybody. Don't leave it on the table. If you have to leave the house anyway, you might as well go ahead and go and do a mystery shop and get paid. Earl says you need to get at least a dozen eggs in the basket. You at least need a dozen. Shira says, yes, I worked for Market Force in the past. Okay, Queen. Queen Sunrise says, thank you, Tarika. Shira, how did you like working for Market Force? Queen T, she says, congrats, Earl. Shira says, congrats, Autism Mummy. Tarika says, you welcome, so right. Hey, Jean. Jean says hi. Shira says, congrats, April. Fallon says, congratulations, everyone. Jerry says, just signed up for Prolific. All surveys now signing up on how I want to get paid. All right, Queen. Go ahead. Keep us posted when you get off the wait list. Leo Love and Laugh says, congratulations, Earl. Angela says, Carl, they are down the hallway. Fallon says, congrats to everyone. Tarika says, way to go, Earl. Leo Love and Laugh says, you always do well, so right. Miss T says, hey, hope everyone is having a good night. Hey, Miss T, welcome in. So right says, I suggest to use a spreadsheet or a Word doc. That's a good tip to log each mystery shop remote work company. My list shows how quickly and frequently the company pays and if they have higher paying shops. Thank you. Shira says, congrats, so right. So right says, thank you, Leo Love and Laugh. And Leo Love and Laugh, she says, so right, have you ever experienced discrimination on the apartment mystery shops? Like, hey, didn't want to rent to you. That's a good question. Miss T says, I signed up for Prolific, but I have to get my account off hold and I will start earning soon. Did you email them, Miss T? Fallon says, congratulations, Queen. So right. Nicole says, I thought you just said there was one you talked about that you can act like you are shopping online. Oh, that is the web shops. Is that what you're asking? That's the web shop, Nicole, for GeekSpot. I just didn't understand what you were asking, but that's GeekSpot, and they have web shops. I think somebody else said the other company has them too. I can't remember which company because we talk about so many companies, but the GeekSpot has the web shops where you may say go to Walmart.com, go to AutoZone.com, and look for a certain product. What is a good Live, Love, and Laugh? Live, Love, and Laugh says, so what do you tell the recruiter? Be honest about how that shop went, correct? April says, thanks, y'all, with the heart. You're welcome, April. So Rice said, Live, Love, and Laugh, I believe that happened to me once, but they were kind of sneaky with it. Fallon says, I'm having issues linking my PayPal account at Prolific. I reached out to them about it. Okay, did they respond, Queen? Miss T says, yes, I did. I think it takes about 72 hours to get them to get back to me. Okay. The 11 says, okay, so right. And several queens, Miss T had that issue with Prolific. I don't know what the deal is with them because some people were saying they couldn't verify their identity. They couldn't verify the phone number. The account went on hold. So I don't really know what the deal is with Prolific and all of those issues. I really don't know. But it has happened to several queens here. They did get their accounts off hold, though. So, right, so Leah Love Lab, I just include those details in the evaluation report that is under the fair housing section. She says, yes, I did. 100. Nicole says, yep. GeekSpot is the one, Nicole, for the web shops. But if we find out who the other companies are, I will be sure to mention them on the next live stream. But I got to find out first because I don't know. I don't do them, so I don't know. Any more testimonies? I know we got some more. Anybody else made $1 or $2 or $3? Y'all want to share with the family? I'll be sure to drop it here in the chat. Drop it like it's hot. We want to know. We are nosy. And if you missed any of the links, I can repost them here in the chat. Okay, girl. So that was quick. T said she heard back from Active Engaged. The chat job, everybody, went up a couple of nights ago. She said she will be taking the typing test. I hope I pass it. All right, girl. Congrats. So Queen, so right. Thank you, Queen. She says there are some web shops under the Secret Shopper and I Secret Shop too. Thank you, so right, for the information. So Nicole, so right, she just dropped a few companies that do the web shops also. Queen T says, good luck, Miss T. Y'all got the same name. I just realized it. The T's in the building. So again, everybody, I dropped a non-phone chat job a few nights ago on the channel, and the Queen has already heard back from the company. So if you are looking for a non-phone chat job and you don't need experience for this company, make sure you go back and check out the video and apply. Jerry says, Prolific said, couldn't verify my address, but I just had to pick the way they set it up and it went through. Okay, Jerry. So I don't know what be going on Prolific chat. I think they are maybe one of them overseas companies. I don't really know if that's why. Earl said, drop it like it's hot. Autism Mama said, congrats to everyone making this money. Miss T says, thank you, Queen T. But keep us posted, Miss T, on the typing test. And if you have an interview later, let us know. And congratulations again, Queen. Autism Mommy, don't you go and apply. Autism Mommy, you got enough side hustle. We're going to look up. Autism Mommy going to come back. She going to say, y'all, I got 100 side hustles now. Watch what I tell you. Because I cannot keep up. Earl got 20. He going to have 25 or 30. He going to come back with 30. Earl, did you get spout? Look at me trying to give you some more, Earl. So right says, congrats, Queen Miss T. Hey, Reba. Reba says, hi, Curl, and all the queens and kings and all our new family. Congrats, everyone. Liked and shared. She says, keep getting them eggs. She says, so all of our peeping neighbors can watch us be like Earl, making money. So Queen Reba, everybody, this queen is in her 70s, and she has a lot of side gigs and side hustles. So to the younger queens, if you are listening to the video, be like Queen Reba. She's in her 70s. So if this queen can do it, I'm pretty sure you can do it as well. Miss T says, thank you. So right, that should be your motivation right there. Autism Mama, you laughing at me? She said, now that you mention it, let me grab a few more. So Autism Mommy, again, this queen she probably got 65. I just don't know it, but she got around 60 side gigs and side hustles, everybody. So if you are doubting, if you are thinking that you cannot make money off of the side gigs and the side hustles, ask some of these queens and kings here. What are they doing to bring in extra income? Hey, Priscilla, how are you, queen? She says, good evening, Carol and family. I'm on her late, Priscilla. I was late tonight, so that's the reason why I'm still on her and it's late. But again, if you are someone and you have been applying to, I don't know, maybe you filling out 15, 20 applications a day and you are still not hearing back from nobody. First, let's check the resume. Are you sending the same resume? If you are, that is a no-no. Take a look at Tan's live stream resume where she is breaking it down, showing you guys how to put the resume together. She has several videos on here, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be doing another one soon, because she does them all the time. So that's the first thing. And then if you do have the resume and everything looks good and you have been sending different resumes using the keywords and all of that, now it's time to pivot. Sometimes I know we don't want to pivot, but it just may be time for you to pivot over here and start looking into the side gigs and the side hustles, because a lot of people is going crazy, Teresa. It probably is. But a lot of people are looking at remote jobs now. So you got to think it's you versus 5,000 people. It could be 6,000 people may look at this video and apply for whatever we have posted. So just think of it that way, everybody, and just be like, okay, well, I got to do something different. It may just be your time to do something different. And it might be, Teresa, because you know how my internet do, honey. Earl said, Mr. B, he needs to be paid. Got to keep him off my foot. I don't blame you, Earl. Me said, Prolific is tripping. They emailed me today asking if I wanted to remain on their wait list. I applied a year ago. This was a different email, though, so I'm not even tripping. I already know we can't make a new account. That is funny. Nicole says, on GigSpot, do you automatically go to the companies? Yep. And accept their privacy statements. Yep. Superstar T, I signed up for a spout, waiting to hear back. Okay. I did some calls on spout the other night. Easy. Priscilla says, okay, I'm glad I made it tonight. DJ says, hi, I'm late to the party. Is there a link to the entry level? Yep, I have them. Hey, Delicious, are these 1099 or employee only? Which ones, Queen? Some are and some are not. You would just have to read the job description. We don't have like a breakdown of 1099. I want to say we did a video, but it's been maybe a year or so ago. So you would just have to read the job description, Queen, to see which ones are W-2 and which ones are independent contractor. But if you are looking at the beginner friendly list, the majority of these are 1099. And I just put the link in the chat. For those of you, again, if you are new to working from home and you are a beginner, the link is in the chat, beginner friendly list. But just make sure you guys read the job description, because some of them are state specific and they don't hire in every single state. DJ says, thank you. No problem, DJ. And if you have any questions, just come back and ask. But I'm tripping off Earl. Earl said, got to keep Mr. Bill off his porch. But Earl is right about that. Earl is so right. Any more questions? I done been on here an hour and 45 minutes. Teresa, you made me lose my train of thought. You start talking about my internet going crazy. It probably is, because I don't know why it's like at nighttime, late at night, it just starts acting up. T-Mobile, honey. They terrible internet. And especially, I think it's in my area, because when I live with my dad, it was okay. But when I moved over here to the boondocks, I don't know. Maybe because where I live, no street lights out here in my neighborhood. So that might be why. I don't know. Earl said, no, I did not sign up for spout. Yeah, okay, Earl, that's 21. Delicious says, I've been working from home for a while. Glad you have a list, because I really want that 1099. Okay. T said, yes, it's going in and out. I don't think it was earlier, but it may be now. That might be my sign, T, for me to get on off here. I don't know. I'm in Central Time, Racine. Tarika, she says her balance from Prolific is 42 and 380 pence. Okay. All right, Tarika. Tarika says she got 42 on prolific and 380 pending. But you know what, T? I'm not in the country. That's the thing. They call this the area I'm in, they call it the county. But it's not the country though. So I don't know. I think it's got something to do with where I am. And then because like I said, when I used to live with my dad, it wasn't like this. It was okay. And I had this same service at his house. Superstar T says, okay, thank you, Earl. Tarika says she cashed out 18 on Just Play. All right, girl. I need to see if I got some money on Just Play. You like it, T, in the country, yeah. Now, there's one place I ain't never lived, T, in the country. I've never lived in the country before. And if we did when I was a kid, I don't remember. But I don't think so. Racine says, thank you for all you do. Are you welcome, Queen? But yeah, I can imagine a country being peaceful, peace and quiet. Peace and quiet. Fallon says, congratulations. Jerry says, I'm Tarika. She says, great. T says, it's so peaceful. I can imagine, Queen. It's quiet in my neighborhood because I think it is a school over here, but like everybody seems like on my, because I'm in the back of the subdivision, seems like the people with children, they all live up towards the front of the subdivision because I don't really see any children back here where I am. So I'm gonna go ahead on and drop these jobs since my internet acting weird. Oh, hey, Sharon. Sharon says, God, glorious evening to everyone. She said, okay. So I'm going to put the link to the companies, the 20 companies that are entry level. Now, a few of them might not be entry level, but the majority of them are. But these all are non-phone companies. So y'all be sure to take a look at this link. If you know somebody looking for a non-phone work when you want job, make sure you guys take the link and go and share it, or go and share the video with that person or those people. So I do have Tellus is on here. Tellus had quite a few remote positions. They had a content reviewer. I think that's number 7. We have been promoting Tellus for quite some time. Now, this one, number 7, the content reviewer, they hire in a lot of states. So this one, freelance opportunity where you can make an impact on technology from the comfort of your home. Now, in this role, you're analyzing and providing feedback on text, pages, images, and other types of information for top search engines using an online tool. Through reviewing and rating search results for relevance and quality, you'll be helping to improve the overall user experience. And you don't need experience for this company. You just, with this one, you just have to take and pass their assessments. We localize, they're on here. RWS Group, this is the one that Queen Meeks and some other queens are working for, the AI data specialist. One is on here. They are also state specific. Now with this one, part-time, immediate hire, 15 an hour. This company, depending on the project, you might be an employee, but it depends. Now this particular one, you are, I think, 1099 for this one. But if you are an employee, it will say it on the website. It'll say W-2 employee. But this particular one, you are independent contractor. But they may have some others on the website that you are an employee. The Scout Search Quality number 2, that's Canada. Number 4, that's also for Canada. So if any of my Canadian kings and queens are in here. Look at number 2 and number 4. They don't do interviews. Both of these companies, they don't do interviews, and you can work whenever you want to. Number 5, outlier. We talked about outlier. Quite a few kings and queens in here are already doing outlier. Let me see. Number 14, that's tellers. A lot of these on here are for tellers, because tellers, like I said, they did have a lot on their website. Tellers, again, no interview, non-phone, no experience, work when you want, but you do have to take their assessment, take and pass their assessment. It could be one assessment, it could be 2 assessments. Hey, Maxine, she says, hi, I'm new to your channel. I have been out the workforce over 7 years due to becoming disabled in a wheelchair. Do you have any jobs I could do since I don't have an updated resume? I would say update the resume, Maxine. Maybe look at Tan's video on the resume, about the resumes and how to put them together, Queen, before you apply for any of the jobs. And there are several jobs that you can do, Queen. Reba says, thank you, Carl. I have at least 50, but I made 20 today using interviews. Okay, 15 yesterday, set for the month. Survey Llama cash out 25 and 5 today. I'm Randy. All right, Reba. Go ahead, girl. Congrats. Shira says, Carl, I was behind the bookcase up until last week. I now have 8 eggs in the basket. All right. Congrats. So Rice says, I keep forgetting about Just Play. Delicious says, any favorites you like or preferences for which company, Queen? On the 1099, Live Ops. I like Live Ops. Omni is a good one. Working Solutions, Tan used to work for them. VeraFast is a good one. I was hired with VeraFast, but I just didn't take the job, but it is a good one. Maxine says, okay, thank you. Reba says, I see you have some new eggs. I have to check them out. Since I haven't been on in a few days. I love the country. Leah Loveland says, I wonder if Teller's assessment is still hard. I'm sure it is, Queen. Me says, there are a lot of jobs you can do. Try some of the scheduling jobs, she says, and lengthy. So yeah, Delicious on the 1099. I like Live Ops. I used to work for them. I worked for them like 5 times. VeraFast, Working Solutions. Tan used to work for that one. Omni is a good one. Live Exchange is another good one. And I'm trying to think who else. I never got hired for Next Rep, but we do have a lot of people that have worked for Next Rep. They wouldn't hire us. I don't know why, but we never could get hired with them. Alorica, they are employee now, but they used to be 1099. And a lot of people here have also worked for like RWS, Tellus. We localize. Those are also 1099, but they are non-phone. Teresa, what you talking about? Leah Loveland says, I remember years ago and subscriber on here had their assessments down pat. I'm gonna say Miss Winston. Miss Winston says Arise. We have worked for Arise before. Leah Loveland says, and Kenny had great tips. I'm gonna hunt them down. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Kenny. We hadn't seen Kenny probably now in over a year. I don't even know if he still has his channel up. I hadn't seen any new videos or anything. He used to do a lot of live streams, but I don't know. Ain't no telling what he doing, honey. Because Kenny, he was able to work like 2 and 3 jobs at one time. So who knows what Kenny doing? Tarika says, congrats, everyone. Yep, who knows what Mr. Kenneth is doing. But we have not seen Kenny. Maybe I send him an email and just see what he been up to lately. The 11 answer she is love said he has a TG and was in. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. I know he was into the same thing that Tan does, the IT stuff. So he knew a lot about the IT stuff. So yeah, that's good. He back in school. Okay. But yeah, he did have a lot of tips and tricks and just all types of stuff. Because he was the one told us about when ChatGPT first had come out. He told us about ChatGPT. We didn't know nothing about it. Had never heard of ChatGPT. Didn't know what it was. But he came on the live and was asking about it and telling us about it. And he was like, y'all should check it out. So that's how we found out about ChatGPT. It was because of Kenny. Yeah. But if there aren't any more questions, comments, I'm going to get off of here, y'all. I got videos to make for tomorrow. I got more non-phone jobs coming out tomorrow. So if you are looking for non-phone, I got a video that is going up tomorrow. I think you can only work for one, DJ, when it comes to tellers. That's what I want to say. I've never heard of anybody working two at the same time, unless if the project is ending, they might give you another one. Miss Winston says, I work for Worker Solutions. I also do prolific branded and waiting on spout. All right. Well, congratulations on Worker Solutions, prolific and branded. That's a nice little setup. Hey, Short Lacey. She says, hey, Curl and Chad, sorry I'm late to the party. That's okay, Queen. Leah Loveland says, yeah, he is smart. He is. T says, yes, he is. Sharon says, I would like to know if you have companies who hire to do surveys over the phone. I used to work for a company that had us call people over the phone to do surveys. So I posted one today, Sharon, on the 2.0 channel. Yep, we do see those from time to time. And I used to work for two companies that, well, now I'll take that back, three companies that did the surveys. Two of them I have not seen in years. So I don't even know if they still are in business or not. But the third company, they are still around. But yep. But I did drop one today on a company. Show Lady C says, hey, Earl. So Rice says, Show Lady C, hello, Queen. T says, good night, family. Earl says, night, Carl, and thanks. You welcome. Teresa says, oh, Lord, you brought up Kenny and Ian Pop shortly. Bye, Teresa. Teresa, you cutting up. Short Lady C says, hey, so right. Sonia says, good night, everyone. Have a good evening. Thank you, Queen Sonia. Racine, good night, Queen. Short Lady C, she says, hey, Teresa, laugh out loud. Leonica says, hey, Short Lady C. Lillian says, good night, everyone. Earl says, Short Lady C, hey. Sharon says, I work for Maurice Marketing and Research. Yeah, I remember them. I do. The 11 says, good night. Y'all have a good night. Good night, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining me on the live stream. And stay tuned. We may pop back on her. I may pop back on her tomorrow if I don't have anything else to do. Good night, y'all. Y'all like the video and share it on your way out. Thanks, everyone.